And we're hot tonight. We're going to put together a 288 crankcase, Bob's Tools. Very exciting. Hang on, I'll be right back. Close the door. Okay. I'm buried in parts here. I have to unbury myself. Oh dear. Okay, so for those people that are not familiar with this, watching later is a little bit boring, but watching during is a whole lot more fun. Get to hang out. Tonight we're putting together a ratty but solid 288. That's the plan. It's not going to be a looker by any means. We want it to be nice and solid. Let me reply to a text here. Mason came by twice today. So as announcements, I've got that 359 for sale. 357, whatever it is. If anybody is interested, they can let me know. Hey, Bob. You just stopped painting. Good. So these 288s that I'm going to be doing are indeed for Bandmail Bob. They're his. They're not mine. This is a commissioned build, in case anybody wants to know. So I got to take the seals and the bearings out of here. That's basically what we got to do. 9 people here. You can do these hot. You can do these cold. Up to you. I got the torch right here, so I might just do these hot. Sometimes I do them hot. Sometimes I do them cold. Just depends on what I'm feeling like. And yeah, this seal is cooked. Sometimes what you can do is take a punch and drive the seal down just to get it moving. Once it moves a little bit, then it's much easier to pry it up and out, so to speak. Seal tool here. Often these will go flying, but man, what the rubber on this is just completely shot. Bigger screwdriver. Still isn't moving. Come on. Okay, let's heat it up. Fine. Indiana. Don't break. No, and don't break it. I'll just heat it up. What I don't want to do is I don't want to scratch the case. You want to just grab the lip on the seal. And I guess I need to hit it harder with the punch to get it to move. And you hit it on the opposite side. There go. Now it moved. On the opposite side that you're wrenching. There you go. How you feeling, Larry? Good? You need 1,000 subscribers to go live on your cell phone, but apparently you don't need 1,000 subscribers to go live if you're using a Chromebook. That's from Ken. Ken figured that out. Alright, so while this crankcase is sort of warm, let's get it a little warmer and see if we can tap the bearing out. You can do this hot, you can do it cold too. Sometimes I do these cold, sometimes I do them hot, just depends on the mood I'm in. If you want to be a little more exact, check the temperatures. That's like 300. Yeah, that should do. And you get a socket. Done. Put that down on the ground for just a minute. So it took me quite a while to actually get these cases cleaned up because they were yucky. Don't touch, it's hot. They were like officially yucky. So and these are still not super clean, but they'll be okay for what we're doing here. These are regular 6203 bearings. Nothing special here. Yeah, we can check the temperatures. 300 is good. 250, yeah, not quite there. 289. 300 would be good. And we're good. Again, don't touch. Hot. Okay. Now what I like to do is get I got a steel wheel here goes on the Dremel. And these help huge to clean these up. Would be nice to clean off my bench a little bit. Larry's feeling good? Good. When do you get to go home? A week? You're back in upstate, home from Florida. Okay. So now you can get all the crusties out of here. much nicer surface that the bearing's going to go up against, you know? Which do we do first? May still be hot. That surface is clean. I want to shine this up. Hey, Roadrunner. This is a roll-lock wheel with a coarse, basically a Brillo pad on it. Doesn't need to be perfect, it just needs to be down to shiny metal and preferably not gouged. And top two. Doesn't need to be perfect. Excuse me. Definitely doesn't need to be perfect on the top. I'm going to be decking these on the Bridgeport anyway. So, we definitely don't need that perfect. But, now we can take... these studs look okay. Don't need to swap those out. Let's hit this with the brake cleaner. You can spend as much time on this as you like. And this particular case half is indeed a little bit different of a process than the flywheel. The flywheel's a little easier. I gotta pull the pins out of here though. These positioning pins. Don't lose them. Those are real important. Oh. Another way I do this. The dikes. This has got a nice taper here, so it'll allow the bearing to sit in. And we'll do these cold, because it'll just be easy. Okay. Bad Taste Performance, how you doing? Hey, Jade, Keith, Mega. Yeah, you can put this on glass and some sandpaper. You can go crazy if you like. Up to you. Probably the proper way to do it is with a flat plate and some sandpaper. I've never used a flat plate and sandpaper, but if you want to be really picky about it, you certainly can. Hey, Efren. So I changed the oil today on the tiller. And for those people that don't know, I just got a Troy-Bilt horse tiller. 30 years old, new old stock. Hot Fudge Sundae, nice. Omega's 372 was way out, the glass sandpaper. Nice. So that's all brake cleaned, nice and shiny, no oils. Good enough. Okay. Over here for the moment. These are still warm. Downright hot. Incredible. So if anybody wants a 359, a Husky 359 that's effectively been converted over to a 357, let me know. Product I just finished up, was it last night? Not quite done, just got to do the muffler mod, but other than that, if somebody's interested, I will indeed part with it. It's a Kohler engine. It's the old cast iron Kohler. Just purrs like a kitten. Had one, sold it for $4 you're worth. Yeah, I paid $1,000 for it. It was $1,000. But the guy delivered it. And then I thought it was locked up, and then it wasn't. It was locked. I don't know exactly what happened, but it was most definitely locked. I just don't know why it got unlocked. So what I did today was I changed out both the oil in the crankcase of the motor and the oil in the gearbox, and flushed it with diesel, and then put the main the gear oil in there. So okay. So very happy overall with the tiller. I ran it for about half an hour today. I did the oil change after the run, but it was nice. It was good. Closer would have gave it to you. It's okay, man. On Craigslist, the tillers, those tillers go for like $500 for something that looks like it's been dragged behind a truck. And I was saying to myself, you know what? Because I've been looking for these things for a while, for a long time. You went with the OEM cylinder? Good. So these are Nachi bearings, Japanese 6203s. Pop out the seal, the shield. It's not really seals. These are shields. You just dig in there and pop them out. Yeah, they go for, the tillers go for incredibly high money. It's just like, why they hold their value insanely well. They want $500, even if it needs like a full crankcase rebuild. You know, it's like, geez, but that's the truth. So if they hold their value that well, then I don't feel quite so bad spending, you know, $1,000 on an exceptionally rare piece. It was essentially new old stock for all intents and purposes. It had never seen dirt and had total of like 10 minutes of runtime. Little bit of anti-seize in the bearing pocket. I know, everybody's like, why would you do that? Because it slides in easier, obviously. Now, you can do this hot, you can do this cold, you can do a press, you can do whatever you like here. I'm going to do this cold, and I'm going to show you how I do it. For those people that have seen this before, I know that this gets a wee bit boring, but apologies. Yeah, I'm going to use it for an hour and a half a year, and that's it. So, you know, I'm not going to use it that much overall. Hi, hello. How are you? So I just use, this is a piece of 1/2-inch threaded rod. And you could put this on an arbor press too, but I don't have a press. So no need to put it on a press, just get some 1/2-inch threaded rod. And get your 3/4 inch and 19 millimeter out. And start cranking. And you can watch it, and if it's slightly off kilter, back it off, take it apart, and tap it straight. And usually I tap it once to tap it straight, and then it's good. Because they tend to go off kilter for some reason when you're pressing these in. And you don't want that. So it's a little off kilter this way. And you don't hit the inner race. Just the outer race. Just tap it. That's it. The outer race is very, very strong. You don't need to worry about it. and that goes in like butter. I can feel it. You can just feel that. That's perfect. Straight down, flush. That's it. That's as far as it's going to go. On the flywheel side here. Back all this off, and your bearing's installed. Nice thing about doing it cold is there's no torch involved. You're not likely to set things on fire. Fresh bearing, ready to rock. How nice is that? Okay. PTO side's a little different. Somehow I got the dirties on here already. Hey, Barnyard. Yeah, we're doing okay. So yeah, this is definitely different here on the PTO side because it goes up against the oiler. Now, this is actually very simple. Like 660s do this too. You basically put the oiler in, and you pull the bearing against it. Now, if you're doing this hot, then ideally you don't want to be using a good oiler to position it. You want to be using a bad oiler. So here's the oiler. And I'm going to take this rubber O-ring and these get replaced basically every time you do this. The rubber O-ring comes off. And we're gonna rebuild this later, but for right now, that's just the real question is, why did I put all those stinking? Oh, I know, they're in here. All the bolts and everything are in there. Okay. Space in the shop to dump these darn things out somewhere, like onto something. So they're M4 bolts, not a big deal. 1, 2, 3. Now you don't want to put these in monster tight. They just need to be in so that this is held. Love this hard work. I know. My neighbor, favorite thing is watching hard work. Loves it. Dissident 01. So you say 359 cylinder kit is direct bolt on to 353. No. The 346 XP is a direct bolt on to your 353. The 357 XP is a direct bolt on to a 359. See ya, Efren. Thanks. Better now with some saw building to watch. Yeah. Good. 20 people here. So, let's see. These are Bob's 288s that I'm going to be working on. I got 2 of them to do here. It's hard with the price as low as it is right now for the OEM 346 XP kit. It's really hard to beat. Like I'll get the $30 Chinese one or the highway, but you know, because you can do highway, because I've got 3 highway saws out there in the shed, but I'll get those. Or I'll get the cheap one, but I'm gonna play with it a lot. If you just want to slap on something and go, get the OEM kit for 346. It's really nice, and the money's right, and that saw is worth it. Yep, 3. You can change those, yeah. Look and check. So now what we're going to do is we're going to pull this through up against the oiler here. And that's where it's going to sit. Yeah, $102 for an OEM head. So if anybody is thinking of getting stuff from HL Supply, I would appreciate it if you guys use my link. I don't know if the moderators are on right now, but you can check some of the live streams and whatnot for my link to HL Supply. It costs you nothing, and it does help me support the channel. So, there's one wrench. Where did I put the other one? Don't you hate that? There's James. This one's going in so smooth I don't even need to... wait a minute. It's slightly off. Slightly off. The other wrench is right there. I just didn't see it. I can't see it. James, how many people we have watching tonight? Oh, that's right. Yeah. We're social distancing. Forgot about that.
Johnny, the bread is ready when you want a snack.
Oh boy, sounds nice. Thank you. Apparently my wife made me a snack. Yep, that'll go perfect. Don't always do them cold, but you know, if you're for this particular one, I don't have to break out the torch. Done. That's it. And I do these by hand as opposed to using the impact. You could certainly use the impact, but Larry, I hear you. Be nice to get back to the workbench and out of the hospital. Hey, Craig. And just so everybody knows, 16 people here watching. The best way to support the channel is either to use my link for HL Supply, like James posted, or to, if you need them, to get crank tools. And all you got to do is email me, and we can talk. And I'm going to show the crank tools momentarily. I don't actually have any in stock. What I have in stock are kind of like factory seconds, but I've got kits coming hopefully early next week. Kind of what I'm thinking about. Hopefully early next week. We'll see. So now the bearings are installed. That one is up against the oiler. Now we can take the oiler back out. Because we don't really want it in there for what we're doing. We'll get back to it, don't worry. I think we'll have enough room here. I can put these here. They work good for you, Craig? So what do you think about kits and they show up? All right, let's get the flywheel side. Now I usually 1184 the flywheel side first. Again, this is just a procedural thing. If I can find my 1184, here it is. So yeah, I think the kits will hopefully show up next week. My machinist has said that they will be doing machining early this week. So that's exciting. They're in queue anyway, assuming nothing else happens. I don't usually go all the way back there because you don't need it. Good. You can pull the crank through first or not. It's up to you. I think I got the tools to do this. Find out. We have to have me get Craig to send me back his kit so I can use it. The one thing, the biggest tip about the tools is you want to get the bearings in the crankcase first, positioned how you want them, and then you grab the tools. You don't try to get the bearings positioned on the crank first. Although you can do that theoretically, that's not the idea. I'll explain why. Don't worry, loaded gasket. Larry, did I make tools for 575, 576? They're right here. I got a whole pile of these. Has to be a single-ended rod, and these are specially machined as single enders. But that's 575, 576 right there. Single ender. Don't worry, we'll get a gasket. I got a gasket coming. So once I've got this side to tack, just a little bit, I can put my positioning pins in. The lower one is the pin. So positioning pins, very important. Make them in. Yeah. Right, here's the gasket. We got the gasket, but let's pull the crank in first. And even before we do that, let's look at the crank. Which I probably should have done earlier, but this crank is fine. I just did a little Scotch break here. Yeah, it shines up nice. Okay, let's see if I got a tool to fit on this. Here's M10. That'll do for now. That should be M12. Perfect. So this one I'm going to use for the flywheel side. It's not exact as I have it on the kit, but it's okay. It will work. Unless I have... Wait a minute. Will this one work? Oh, I do have it. Okay. Yeah, these are basically my factory seconds. These are ones I didn't, or chose not to ship out. Didn't want to ship out. We'll do the large sleeve for both. Then I need a couple other pieces here. Of course, I was just at Tractor Supply today. Picking up bolts. Hold on a second. It's coming. I just gotta find the bolt. Now it's just crazy fun. There. A bunch of them. Okay. Nuts washers, small handle, large handle, and away we go. I tend to like to pull the PTO side in first. Now, you'll notice that my bench is all kinds of crazy busy. Well, guess what? If you're as unorganized as I am, you can do this practically midair. So you thread on the rod. Doesn't need to be all the way down, just sloppy fit's fine. Sleeve. Handle. Simple. Larry, the flywheel side is still M8 by 1.0 on those. Right hand, I think. So the that rod is only for the clutch side. It's a unique piece. So then just crank it down. Now I've got this hand free. If you want, you put a little oil on this. If you want, don't have to. Just a tiny bit because you don't want to mess up your 1184, which is still tacking. You just crank it down. And this very gently moves into the bearing. There is no lateral force. Larry, do you not have a kit yet? That's it. Done. Now very nice about this kit is that you can use a ratcheting wrench on this side. Leaves this hand free because you have the handle. But you use a ratcheting wrench instead of an open-ended wrench. You don't have to always reposition. Which the Husky kit, basically the original Husky tools, you have to reposition all the time. That's a pain. So this, nice and smooth, it gets it exactly where you want to be. And then what you do is you reverse it. Just gently. And then this should just zip right on off. Just dismantle it. It should all be sloppy fit. There's nothing here that's ultra precision, you know? Does not need to be ultra precision. Now, we can get this case half. Now they're both gooped up. They look good. Everything's tacked. Right into the positioners. There you go. So basically now it's the same deal with the other side. M10 by 1. This is the smaller rod, flywheel side rod. This rod does M10 and M8 do most, not all, but most of the flywheel side saws that have the flywheel side threads. Not all of them, but certainly most of them. Craig, I do appreciate it. No, I've been so busy, I don't know what to do with myself, even though I've got nothing to do, you know? Yeah, Larry, when you get a set of these tools, you're going to get rid of your Husky shop tools. You're just not going to need them. It really is truly amazing what a difference in your life it makes. And you don't know until you try it. So, this just gets cranked down gentle. And as this comes together, you want to make sure the positioning pins line up. Very important. And you can also, as it comes together, the other thing you can do is put a couple of bolts in just to help line it up. And with my ratcheting wrench would be a little more smooth. Now, if something happens right now and you got to go take a phone call, take a phone call. It's not a problem. It just isn't. You know, with a lot of the other systems, if you're in the middle of something, it's bad. You can't do that. Here, there's no hurry. There's just no hurry. Completely safe for the bearings and no hurry. Now, let's make sure this is give that a pop. Just again, it's a positioning pin issue. If it goes in the right spot, we're good. If it goes in the wrong spot, yeah. So now, again, the rest of this, there's no harm in waiting. You can wait. Something's not quite going together, not a big deal. Just make sure this goes in. Got the bolt in the back just to make sure that this tail fin effectively lines up. Everything lines up pretty good. That's it. Done. Yeah, I've got a stand to hold the saw too. I don't use it. Alignment pins are in, don't worry. Now it's all about the case bolts. I gotta get the bolts in, but you pull all this off, your case halves are together. Now, if you want to tap it and balance and this and that, you can. For the moment, now I just need to do case bolts. Alright, and they're over here. A little bit of blue Loctite on the bolts. Not trying to impact them down. I will tighten all these by hand. Yeah, Larry's flashy. He's got all the right stuff. Well, that's good. I'm telling you, Larry, it will change your life. People don't believe me. And they try them and they say, what did I ever do without them? So you got the big bolts over here. Hold the dog on. Now on a 394, you're not going to do this. But on the 288, you can put the dog on now and you'll be fine. Can't use a flange bolt back there. Alright, now we go around and tighten all the case bolts. Put all the crank tools away now, so I'm going to do that, and then we'll tighten the case bolts. Can't bring these too far because we got another one to do. But we won't get to it tonight because I don't have the other gasket for some dumb reason. Get these up here. Be nice if James got some free goodies every now and again. You know, would be nice. Right? Check all your case bolts. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Ta-da! Now, oh yeah, that's smooth. It doesn't always come out super smooth, so sometimes you got to tap it and balance it if you want. Some guys like to do that. I'm not big on hitting bearings sideways, but some guys are. Take a nice razor. This does not need to be exact here because, again, we're going to be putting this on the Bridgeport. And this is going to get decked on the Bridgeport. Okay, so in order to do that, really need a seal here on this side. And then we need to do the oiler, which is a whole separate thing. Right, here's a seal. And on this, I think I will use the Coke can trick. So let's get out my Loctite 518. In this case, I can actually use the seal installer, but a little bit of 518 on the outside here. Does not need much. You can do this with a Coke can, or you can use the seal installer provided by Husky. Husky actually provides these metal sleeves, and they work quite well. And it helps the seal go down over any lip that's there. And these aluminum sleeves are not intended as seal installers. I'll just give that cap that. I do happen to use them as seal installers. I want to look on here and see exactly how deep that one is positioned. About 4 millimeters down. Here's the tore up seal, but just want to compare it. Should have measured this, but I didn't. Should be 5 millimeters essentially. Yeah, it's a 5 millimeter thick seal, and these are 5 millimeters thick as well. So I'm going to tap this down so it's about 4 millimeters down. See? 2 millimeters. I know, I'm buggering my aluminum. It's okay. Sounding better. 2.62. Now we're almost there. 3.08. 3.82. Aha. Three 3.46. 3.99. 3.65, 3.1. So find the high spot. 3.88, 3.76, 3.64, 3.67, 3.89. Really, it's going to be hard to get it a whole lot better than that. .8, 4.16. My measurements, who knows? 3.95, 3.7. So this side over here, just a hair more. That should be it. 4.2, 3.78, 4.45, that's okay. Pull this out. So now you can actually look and see on the lip if it's riding high or low or whatever. It's riding a little bit high over here. But that is darn close to even. Take the Q-tip, go around, make sure it's all nice and clean. That should be it. No, there's no, it's not a seal installer. Killing me. Not a seal installer. Okay. The oiler. Let's work on that. Craig probably used a 3-inch pin off. Okay. You guys. Okay. Forget to play nice, ladies. Okay. Gonna take the seal out of here. On here, I just take and throw the new seal in. Boom, done. And I drive it flush. How's that? Now, what I want to do on here, what I'm going to do, is that we're going to take this thing apart, make sure it's clean. I'm also going to replace this quad ring. On this particular model, we're going to use a substitute O-ring. These spots are just going to get filled up with gunk again, so it doesn't really matter. So let's undo the adjustment screw here. This needs to be cleaned up. I did clean it. This went through the ultrasonic. This is clean compared to how it was. I spent a number of hours already cleaning this. This is a gem compared to what was here. Sorry, Bob. This was definitely classified as no fun. You know, it was just a lot of yuck. Forget. I don't think this unscrews. I think it just pops out. But I need to persuade it. I forget if I can persuade it in. I might be able to. Persuade it in. Haha, turns. Okay, good. So now I've persuaded it to move. So it's this aluminum piece here. It's just a plug, I think. That's Joe. Did I miss him? Sorry. Who's saying bye? I don't have him blocked. Top for the 288s. Thanks. I have I think I have a new top coming. Yeah, this just pushes out. What if I can push? No, not yet. Gotta get it clean enough, and then it goes. Spring chickens. There we go. Should be able to get this to move. There it goes. Got it. It's like seating an axe handle, just in reverse. Just an aluminum plug. Forgot. There's a screw here or something here. Bob, don't talk to me. So much dirt. Oh my god. Ah. Get this one in there. Yeah. Oh. There it goes. Okay. That's the thing. You got to get all these parts out and cleaned, because they probably have never been cleaned, you know? What I found with oilers, by and large, just clean them, oil them, and they work great. As long as all the pieces are there, it's good. And whatever it is, it's going to be better than it was. Know what I mean? Yeah. So the interesting thing about so I find the generational stuff very interesting. So I am between I'm 40, so 1979, tail end I was born. There's a generation in which I'm part of called Zennials. We're not Generation X, and we're not Millennials. So those people born between 1977 and 1983 are Zennials. And the difference is that Zennials are a completely unique generation. The generation has never on the planet before seen and will never be seen again. Our generation grew up with both analog and digital. And I feel very privileged to be part of that. I just think that that's like super cool. Grease on the adjustment screw here. There it goes. There. There's your adjustments. That runs nice and smooth. Now you can test it. Oh yeah, that works. Good. You guys are having all kinds of fun. All right. Let's get some rubber pieces. Okay, so I have brand new nitrile O-ring. Perfect. quad rings. Whole box in here from Master Car. That one's perfect. Manufacturer codes and numbers and all that stuff in case you guys are interested. So on here, I'm going to put a little bit of 1184. And before I do that, I need the oiler dip tube. Now, where did that thing go? I guess I'll use this one. That one looks good. I hit it with brake cleaner first, make sure the oil's off of it. So you can put your WD-40 down it and make sure something comes out the other end. But you know you got patency. Squish that on down. Again, you want to make sure that there's patency there, but I like to have a little bit of a seal. Okay, so we've got 3 bolts here, which we know work fine. Blue Loctite. And since this is fresh rubber here, I don't need 1184 on that. What I might do, one other thing, don't have to do it. This is Loctite 518, and I can put this on the rubber seal. This is anaerobic sealer, so this just disappears with gasoline. Anaerobic on just on the rubber. All right. Use our seal installer again. Make sure that silly spring is still in there. Yep. And nice and easy on down. Did I forget anything? Seal is going on. We're gooped up. Nothing I forgot there. Making myself nervous. What do you think, Bob? How am I doing? Use the wrong size. Genius. Now I can't find the right size. Pull the seal installer out. It's nicely over the lip. That's all that you need. Yeah, we're gonna deck this for sure. Just no question on that. But okay. What time is it? It's time for bed. So, what I want to do next is get the squish checked. So, we'll check squish, get the meteor piston on there. I definitely want to do that next. I think that's important. Oh yeah. So we'll do that, but not tonight. Eventually, the idea is to get this decked. Once I get it decked and the squish optimized, then I'll just build it probably as it goes. Get this build done and out of the way as soon as possible, pretty much. So, questions, comments, anything else? All right. I think I'm going to call it a night. I'm tired. Let this set for a bit. This is well on its way. This is really, I mean, pretty ratty saw, really, but she's going to be fine, I think. Maybe put some inserts in here. I don't know. We'll see. JPS Express, have a great night. Thanks for dropping by. Anybody needs anything, they can always email me. Questions, tools, whatever. Do appreciate patronage. If you guys need anything from HL Supply, please use my link. I get credit for it, and it costs you guys nothing. So, do appreciate it. Thanks to James and Ken for the moderating. And that's it for tonight. We will be on tomorrow. We're going to definitely get some more stuff done tomorrow. By the way, I have a 394 coming, just so everybody knows. 394 parts and pieces are here. I'm going to do a ratty 390. It's going to be super ratty 394, but still going to be very good. So if people think, hey, I want something like that, then just let me know. We can talk. It will be definitely on the inexpensive side for a 394 that's completely rebuilt. I have a 359 with a 357 head for sale that Mason just ran today. He thought it was great. And keep an eye on Mason's channel, which is Average Timber Cutter, one word, for any reviews on that particular saw. So, what else? That's it for tonight. Thanks much, guys. You guys have a great night. And stay safe, everybody, and healthy. We'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good one.